Good morning. Today is Friday, March 22, 2024, the last edition of your favorite program on television, Inside Nigeria. Thank God it's Friday. My name is Winifred Ugabo, your host on the program. Today we are reviewing front headline stories on some select newspapers in the nation, including Nigeria's most influential newspaper, Leadership. As we normally do on the program, we like to flag off with Leadership Friday, Nigeria's foremost and only Friday newspaper in the country. Leadership Friday's main headline story says 36% of Nigerian major bank CEOs now women. 36% of Nigerian major banks CEOs now women. And of course, the illustration goes beneath that headline story. One of them says, we trend hold. We have 5 years ago, we have 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago. 20 years ago, we had just one woman. 15 years ago, we have two. And 10 years ago, we had one. 5 years ago, we had one. One of the illustrations beneath that headline story. And today's bank CEO lineup, we have Adora Umeji, the GMD/CEO of Zenith Bank PLC, appointed March 20, 2024. We have Nneka Onyali Hope, the MD of Fidelity Bank. Her date of appointment was in January 2021. We have Yemisi Edun, MD of FCMB. Date of appointment was July 2021. We have Tomi Somefun, MD of Unity Bank. Date of appointment was in August 2015. We also have Kafilat Araoye, MD of Lotus Bank. Date of appointment Pioneer MD CEO since May 2021. We have Ireti Samuel Obu, MD of Citibank Nigeria. Date of appointment was in September 2020. We have Halima Buha, MD CEO of SunTrust Bank. Date of appointment January 2021. We also have Bukola Smith, MD of SDFI Merchant Bank. Date of appointment was January 2024. We have MD of GT Bank. Date of appointment July 2021. Miriam Olusayan is her name. And lastly, we have Yetunde Oni, MD of Miriam Bank. Date of appointment was January 2004. Of course, you agree with me that women have come a long way in the banking sector. Like the headline story says, 36% of Nigerian major bank CEOs now women. Kudos to women. Other headline story says, diphtheria kills 4 children in Kano. Federal government launches special forces to protect mining sites. And of course, stories above the masthead says how Air Peace federal government circular crashed foreign airlines tickets. Naira gains 10% to 1,382 naira per dollar after CBN clears forest backlog. US surgeons transplant pig kidney into human. That story runs on page 10 of Leadership Friday. With that, we move to page 3 of the paper, where we have our stand. Our stand today is on caution in Gaza. Caution in Gaza. Our stand today on Leadership Friday. From that, our stand, we take a peek at the back page of the paper. Conversation with Azu. Azu is the editor-in-chief of Leadership Newspapers Limited. Of course, this week he's writing on photoshopping princess and the perils of manipulation. Of course, you want to find out what the column is all about. Continuation of headline stories and inside stories as you log on to the website of Leadership Friday, www.leadership.ng. Meanwhile, don't forget to grab a copy of Leadership Sunday this Sunday for your all glossy, all colorful style magazine, Le Vogue. It's free as you get a copy of Leadership Sunday. It's an insertion in the paper. From Leadership Friday, we move to the Punch. Punch's leading story says 16 governors back state police, submit reports to federal government. Federal government awaits 20 state reports, says NEC. Presidency source insists all governors want state police. Incorporate state police into constitutional amendments, governors tell National Assembly. I will take that leading story once again. 16 governors back state police submit reports to federal government. The riders, federal government awaits 20 state reports, says NEC presidency source insists all governors want state police. Incorporate state police into constitutional amendments, governors tell National Assembly. Smoke out illegal miners, federal government tells 2,200 new mining marshals. Of course, you have the pictures there as the new mining marshals NCDC are being inaugurated. Smoke out illegal miners, federal government tells 2,200 new mining marshals. You can see the pictures of the new recruits on the cover of the Punch newspaper. Scores killed as bandits sacked 9 Benue communities. Diphtheria, 4 died, 28 hospitalized in Kano. Foreign trips, federal government may save over 5 billion naira quarterly. The story beside the masthead of the Punch, Delta bloodbath, state warns monarchs against shielding suspects. And above the masthead, NLC wants minimum wage April, governors warn against bloated demand. States owe federal government 1.7 trillion naira budget loans. Naira appreciates to 1,382 per dollar. Presidency cautions speculators. These are headline stories today on the Punch newspaper. For continuation of these headline stories, log on to the website of the Punch. From the Punch, Daily Sun has same headline story. Let's go to Daily Sun. Daily Sun says governors insist on state police seek alteration of constitution to accommodate security arrangements. Northern Senators Forum demands resolute action to tackle kidnappings. I'll take that leading story once again. Daily Sun's main headline stories today, Friday, March 22, 2024 says governors insist on state police seek alteration of constitution to accommodate security arrangements. Northern Senators Forum demands resolute action to tackle kidnappings. The story runs on page 6 of Daily Sun. Just beside the masthead, we are helpless, local government chairman cries out. 29 billion naira fraud, EFCC rearranges Iyanko, son, 2 others. Okwama killings, Oborewori cautions traditional rulers against shielding suspects. Obasanjo, Ozodima, Eno, Sultan, others expected as I-10 people honor Bishop Umunoha at 60. Lassa fever, NCDC registers 20 deaths in 16 states. INEC deadline, 8 political parties risk non-feeding of candidates in Edo. Kanu's continued detention in bad faith family. Nigeria, US orders unveil food security strategic country plan. The story is on page 27 of Daily Sun. And just beneath the photo on the cover, terrorists abduct driver, 18 passengers in Katsina highway attack. 20 million Nigerians in diaspora remit $24 billion yearly. Headline stories today gracing the cover of Daily Sun. For more, log on to the website www.sunnynewsonline.com. From Daily Sun, we see what THISDAY offers today. This day's headline story says Tinubu, those alleging malicious embellishment of budget didn't understand the arithmetic. Says nation security, economic challenges over soon. Confident problems can't defeat Nigeria. NEC discloses FCT states owe federal government 1.7 trillion naira for budget support facility. Shettima boasts government will leave legacy of prosperity, opportunity for all. And above that, we have Obore Worito, traditional rulers. If you cheat criminals, you are inviting trouble. We won't rest until we arrest killers of our men, recover our weapons, GOC vows. Says through recovery operations in Okwama, Army will make sure no one ever attacks it again. Okonjo-Iweala, heartbreaking kids are still being kidnapped 10 years after Chibok. The story is on page 10 of THISDAY. Okonjo-Iweala, heartbreaking kids are still being kidnapped 10 years after Chibok. Above the masthead of this day, federal government to mentor Nigeria ready with gifted youth to lead Africa in digital technology vision. New feature coming on Instagram that will allow Nigerian creators to monetize their content, says Nick Clegg. Senator Abiru Innovation Lab trains over 1,670 youths on digital AI skills. The story is on page 10 of This Day. And of course, on the page of This Day, you have President Bola Tinubu welcoming to Nigeria President Global Affairs at Meta, formerly known as Facebook, Nick Clegg in Abuja yesterday after announcing the rollout of Meta's monetization products to help creators earn from Facebook and Instagram yesterday. From this day, we move to the last paper we have on our menu this Friday, that is Vanguard. Vanguard's headline story says, Killing of Soldiers, Okwama women, children trapped in forest for 6 days. Killing of soldiers, Okwama women, children trapped in forest for 6 days. Neighboring communities refuse to accept Okwama residents. Starvation looms in Igbomotoru in Bayelsa over military siege. Residents can't farm fish. Man abandons wife, escapes with 2 children. Obore Wori warns traditional rulers against shading suspects. Killing of 17 soldiers, attack on Nigeria's sovereignty, federal government. Governors condemn killing, observe minute silence in honor of slain personnel. Okwama killings could snowball into a bigger conflict, General Olariwaju retired. Independent probe of data killings will indict VIPs, SDSCS boss Ejiofor. These are the riders beneath the headline story, Killing of Soldiers, Okwama women, children trapped in forest for 6 days. It's a continuation developing story of the slain 17 soldiers in Delta State. Northern senators decry spate of kidnapping violence in region. Australia announces tough visa rules for Nigerian students, others. State police, only 16 states submitted presentation, NEC. NLC leaders took worker salaries during evasion, Abure. Abure, a pathological liar, says NLC. And in sports, women defends African Games long jump gold. Congratulations to Team Nigeria. Above the masthead of Vanguard, manufacturers' income tax falls 6.85% to 145 billion naira in quarter of 2023. In last quarter of 2023. Edo Guba, 72 hours to go. 10 parties nominate candidates. INEC. Court to deliver judgment in suits challenging Ighodaro's candidacy April 30. NLC LP trade wars over picketing of state party secretariat. Subsidy removal, 1 billion litres of petrol smuggled out, federal government. Over 15 killed, residents flee as herders attack Benue communities. These are headline stories today on Vanguard newspapers, Friday, March 22, 2024. For continuation of these headline stories, inside stories, the commentary, back page, log on to the website of Vanguard, www.vanguardngr.com. And with this, we come to the end of today's breakfast show, Inside Nigeria. My name is Winifred Gabon, wishing you a beautiful weekend ahead. Don't forget to join us at 12 for news at noon. See you next week. Bye.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080 3688 61